Coach, we're going to stay in your area of the state next and go to Coach Scogin from Airline. You have any message for he and the Vikings as they start their Division I playoffs here shortly?
No, we're just happy for them. We have a really good relationship with Airline, the principal of Airline, and our defensive coordinator. Our defensive coordinator's dad is the principal of Airline, Josh James. And Justin, what a job Justin Scogin has done there. We knew Airline was a sleeping giant, but he's gone in there, awakened to that giant. And we're just glad they won 9 games after that loss, because that has helped us with the power ratings, their record during the year. So just so happy for them, and hope they can make a run.
Good deal. I think he heard that, but we'll certainly pass the message along. Coach, appreciate you taking some time on a Sunday to chat with us.
Thank you for having me. Yes, sir. Chance, good to see you, man. Love you, bud.
Love you, Coach. Again, Coach Dennis Dunn from North DeSoto now, very well known, not just in Shreveport, but around the state, and had some kind words for Coach Scogin over at Airline. The Vikings, a 4 seed in that Division I non-select group, and part of that tough Shreveport area where everybody kind of got each other once during the course of the year as you guys prepared for this point. Coach, could you hear Coach Dunn, I guess, first of all, and thank you for taking some time to join us today.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank y'all. Yeah, I did, man. He's he's become a friend over the years, the past couple of years, and man, what a job he's done at North DeSoto. And of course, anytime you get praise from a guy like him, it's it's a very humbling deal.
You guys, as a program, you take over, and now in a 2-year span, you go from Airline missing the playoffs a couple years back to now being one of the highest seeds in the entire bracket. Talk me through that process, what's gone so well to this point, and your confidence level and kind of where the kids are in their buy-in and their confidence and execution as we now get to that next phase of this season.
It's extremely interesting, man. When I took the job, I was living in an apartment up there because I was able to start immediately, and this was my first job, my first head job. So I was, kind of determined to do whatever I had to do to make things work and be there every day. And at one point I was driving from Leesville to Shreveport to Bossier every single day, back and forth, just so I could be there for athletic PE. And it kind of evolved from there. To taking over last year. And when I first got there, I felt like there was there was the possibility of us being pretty good. And we started out 0-3. We lost North DeSoto, Union, and Northwood, and we were able to get things going a little bit in week 4. And, by the end of the year, we had, about 3/4 of the way through, I kind of felt like we finally had, that air about us that, we expected to win when we played. And, we kind of carried that into the summer, and we used it, most importantly through the off season. And, when we were able to come back with a great second half and beat North DeSoto, I think the kids just kind of reaffirmed to the kids, like, hey, look, we're here to stay, and this is our territory. And, we just continued, we had one slip up, but we continued to roll throughout the year. And, that was kind of the anatomy of the whole thing.
Coach Scogin, Airline has had some really, really nice years in the last few. I played for Coach Bo Meeks at Calvary when I was in high school, and he was the head coach at Airline before you, and had some really nice years before you got there. And so Airline's always played that really tough gauntlet of District 1-5A, where it seems like it could be anybody, any year between Shreve, Bird, you guys, Parkway. Like, it doesn't matter. Every year's really, really tough. And so, like you mentioned, you had that one slip up against Captain Shreve, who ends up being the 2 seed in Division I Select. And then your guys were able to refocus and win 4 in a row in the district, which, like I said, is a tough district to end the season. What was the biggest kind of thing behind getting your guys to refocus after that slip up to be able to finish the season so strong against some really quality opponents like Houghton, Bird, Parkway? Like, that's a really tough trio of games in a row. So what was the biggest thing behind you and your coaches kind of getting the guys to refocus after the one loss?
Yeah, and I've said this many a times. I mean, the program wasn't broken when I took it over. It was just kind of, there was a slight fracture, where he had been, dealing with health issues for a long time. And, the staff that they had was great that I inherited. And, it's just hard when the head coach is not around as much, as kind of the leader in the face of the program. So, I took over a great situation. As far as rebounding off the Captain Shreve deal, we were in that game all the way through till, basically towards the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. And, for lack of a better term or whatever, we just kind of blew it late in the third quarter, in the fourth. And I think the kids understood, if we execute, we're still in that game deep into the fourth quarter. And that was kind of the message we gave them. Hey, look, this is what we kind of pride ourselves. We're not anything special. We just have a whole bunch of kids that play extremely hard. And we have some talented kids, but we don't show up and we're not 6'7", 315 across the board. And we don't have any 4.3s. We don't have any, these guys that are just, rated through the roof, although they should be. We just have a bunch of ordinary guys that go out there and play extremely hard. So the message in the end was, hey, look, we pride ourselves on executing things perfectly. If you see us play, we run a lot of trick plays and we do a whole lot of stuff to kind of fool people. And that night, we had a punt blocked. We botched 2 trick plays, and they just kind of came at inopportune times. And, I think the kids were hungry the next week to get back on the field against Houghton. And, ever since then, we've kind of regained our confidence. And we knew that we squandered some opportunities that night. And, that's kind of the message to the kids going forward.
Coach, we appreciate you taking some time on a Sunday, and certainly enjoy and make the most of this bye week. And then good luck in that second round of the playoffs against either Southside or Thibodeau.
Hey, thanks so much, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
You got it. Again, Coach Scogin up at Airline, the 4 seed in that Division I non-select bracket. And we talked with him about it. They went through some battles this year and finished with a great record and a high seed.